And all I
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Nice little NBA. Here's the thing about this NBA slate tonight: 8 games and 6 of them double-digit home for or double-digit favorites in these games. Man, it's a lot to unpack, man. When you got the slate that's got this many double-digit favorites, man. These could be blowouts. These could be close. I don't know, man. What you think, Stacks? How you doing, bro?
I'm not doing bad. I don't have no complaints. I'm on today's slate. Sometimes you just gotta look at the blowouts and teams that are tanking, and don't be so quick to give up on them, and just find the angle. And if you got a schedule like me, you got all day to find an angle. And I think I found something for y'all today.
So shout out. So before we get started, shout out to Michael B. Jordan, man. Like I was proud as hell, man, that my man won Best Actor. He should have. He played 2 people in Sinners. Stacks, I don't know if you had a chance to see Sinners, but man, that was one for the culture, man. Like you got to see that, man. You got.
Is it worth missing basketball tonight? Would you watch that instead of basketball tonight?
Yeah, I would.
All right, that's all I needed to hear.
I would watch that instead of basketball tonight. Like, I think so. The NBA, man, like, it's fitting to heat up. We got playoffs coming up. Regular season coming to an end. You know, the teams that been tanking, been wanting to tank, and teams are kind of falling where they need to, as far as their personalities, where they need to be falling. Like, we know that the Bucks ain't trying to win. We know certain teams that ain't trying to win that are like fringe teams. And we know teams that, man, you might be like looking at that like toward April, and they might be ready to make a push and string some wins, man. So this is super exciting time of the year when it comes to in the regular season and the playoffs. So we're gonna get into it, bro. First game, Thunder Magic. This is a double-digit dog at home. Total sitting at 223.5. Magic been playing well. They got beat pretty good last night. What you think about this one, bro?
I didn't get there yet, but only reason why I didn't get there, I wanted to get there all day, but they disappointed me yesterday. And that's what I get for it. And I wasn't really fading my odds. I had the Orlando Magic team total. And the first half, I didn't think there was a shot. And then the second half, they turned it up. I didn't care about the spread. And then it landed on 112. I had over 113.5. And it just goes back to the trend that you had told me about the Hawks just not letting people get their team totals over. I just thought it was a good spot. They had put up big numbers, but I want to get to the man Orlando coming off. Like, they was on a 7-game win streak, and I've convinced myself up until yesterday that the 7th-game win streak was broke. And I've convinced myself that it was a look ahead because OKC be beating on these boys, and they beat them by I want to say 30+ or 20+. It was a big number. They got dog walked the first time earlier in the season. So I want to get to Orlando to come out here and throw the first punch. I would this would be a first quarter spot, but I stopped betting them completely. I don't even look in the first quarter. I don't have no success for it. It's like I always lose by a point or two. So, but the first half, it's just hard. But OKC, the full game, they don't cover no spreads. They won the 7 ATS in the last 8 games, but they're on an 8-0 win streak. So I don't know. If anything, it'd be Magic first half or nothing.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you with a lot. Like a lot of these big underdogs, not a lot, but a few. I like that their first half. And this is one that I like.
Especially coming off a double-digit loss yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you got to at least come out and maybe they is, but ain't no one expecting you to come out here and beat OKC. But you could at least keep it respectable.
Yeah, definitely. No props on this one, bro?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Next one, man. Pistons Wizards. This is another one, man. This got up to 20. It came down like crazy spreads, but got up to 20, down to 19 and a half, 19. This depends on where you shop. This is one game this is a spot for the Pistons so I bet them on this maybe not even 2 weeks ago when they were playing Brooklyn in Brooklyn. They had lost 4 in a row, so that was that 4-game losing streak that they had. And Brooklyn had already beat them at home. And so I took the Pistons first half minus 8.5, and they were up 30, like I think it had in that game. So I saw the same spot. Like now they haven't lost 4 in a row, but they are coming off a loss. And the Wizards beat them in Detroit. So this is another one of those I think they finna get their ass kicked, man. So I took them minus 11, man. It'd have been in my best slip all day. I just hadn't, because I had some other bets that I was thinking about making and everything like that. But man, this Pistons, minus 11 in the first half. I'm mad that I didn't get it minus 10 when it was in my best slip, but I bet it, man. It's not a crazy bet, but man, come on. I think this is gonna be another 30 ball.
Yeah, this Detroit Pistons 20-point spread. But the thing is, they're coming off a loss, and more importantly, not coming off a direct loss. But the last time they seen these boys, they lost, which you just mentioned. And I just think they're going to put up a big number. And I wanted to get to the over, but especially with the Wizards coming off a second leg of a back-to-back, they put up a lot of points against Golden State yesterday. I couldn't get there, and then right before I just did a show. I just got off there. And right before I did that show, probably like 4:30, I seen that Sarr got ruled out for the Wizards. And I said, all right, now I'm not going to take the over. I don't have the number. If time caught up to me from the time that I seen that he was out, but I'm going to be on Jalen Duren over his points and rebounds now that Sarr going to be out. I just think it's going to be a layup line for him. He's going to get tip backs. He's going to get all the rebounds. So whatever his points and rebounds is, that's going to be an official bet. I just don't have a number because I didn't get to it. But that's official bet. I'm betting as soon as it show's over.
That's a good look. That's a super
look. I wouldn't have did it until, because, points and rebounds with a 20-point spread, like, you want to do that. You want to do it fast.
Right.
But without Sarr in there, I think he can do it fast.
Yeah, I think so too.
And hopefully the blowout don't come until like the third quarter.
We got a couple comments. I'm D-Man. What's up, bro? Orlando did y'all dirty yesterday.
Did me dirty.
Man, I'm so glad. I was on the total. Whatever, man. That did me.
This just, I swear, they don't cover this first half today. It's like reminds me of the beginning of the season when I tore Orlando off. But this is the spotlight. But they did do me dirty yesterday. But Banchero double-double treated me right. But my stacks play today was the team total over. And it gave me hope late and just to disappoint me and have me irritated.
All right, bro. So this next one, Heat and Hornets. So I like the Hornets. Like when I woke up this morning, I liked them. But then, Bam got ruled out. So the total move, or not the total, but I think the total and the spread moved. The spread moved from 3.5 to 5.5. It's back down to 5 from what I'm seeing. The Hornets, they've been owned by the Heat lately. neither one of these teams are in the best of like situational spots because the let me see. This is the Hornets' first game home off of a 5-game Western Conference swing. So they had the Spurs, Kings, Blazers, Suns. So that was 4 games. 4 games on that Western Conference trip. So first game back home. And for the Heat, this is the first game away from home after 4 straight. So both of these teams are kind of in weird situational spots as far as home and away and travel and stuff like that. So, man, the way the Hornets have been owned by Miami, I gotta feel like the Hornets gotta come out with something. I feel like even though it's a bad spot with it being the first game back home off of a Western Conference trip, these are young dudes, man, and I just in a divisional game too. Man, I feel like the Hornets got to have something first half. What you like in this one, Stat?
I've been all over the place. Last night, I'm not sure. I think I thought I put it in the chat, and I was mad I didn't get there. And the only reason why I didn't is I realized it's the first game back home after the road trip. So I didn't get there, but I seen you mention the Charlotte first half, and I'm like, damn, Bam not there. Like he beat them 3 times straight. And my only worry is, and the reason why I didn't get there early when it was -3.5, because I figured Bam wasn't going to play. And the only reason why I didn't get there, it's just in the back of my head. It just makes me wonder, is this Hornets team slowly going back to the team that we all know, not the team that this outlier performance, what they've been doing, and had my homie put a futures in for the Hornets to win the East. I'm like, man, I'd have booked that. Look. But the payout was too big. But I don't want to touch this game. If anything, I would look at. I wouldn't even look at nothing. I would join you if you moved on the first half. I would ride with you. But when I just couldn't get there. There's too many variables. Maybe this Heat team just owns this team, and maybe they're just going to just keep beating on them, and maybe the Hornets are going to go back to the Hornets that we used to know. So I didn't get there, but I'm not going to. But if you get on the first half, I'll join you.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. This will probably be something I stay away from. The next one, my Pacers and the Knicks. A bunch of news just came in on this one, like literally a lot. So let me go through. Like news just came through for like 6 or 7 of these guys. We had like 8 guys on the injury report. So Siakam is out. Like for real, it's like 8 people. Zubac is available. Nembhard is out. Smith is available. Toppin is available. McConnell's available. Shepard's available. Jackson's available, and Potter's out. I think that was just about everybody that was on. Man, and there's no Brunson for the Knicks either. I was leaning Pacers first half +9. They gonna try the first half. And for those of y'all that don't know, Carlisle talked about it. Rick Carlisle talked about it. And this could give you insight into how other teams that are tanking that might be operating with the NBA. But he came out and openly said, like, look, we're in contact with the NBA about who we're playing, when we're playing them. We're telling them we're playing them the first half. We're not playing them these quarters. We're not playing them. Like, they're giving all these details to the league about when and how they are playing these guys. And if Carlisle's telling, the Indianapolis media that, I can guarantee that it's probably happening to the Jazz, the Kings, everybody else that's tanking. If you see what the Jazz have done, everybody that had surgery for the Jazz. So when you're talking about these tanking teams, they are going to try the first half. And I think this is a spot where the Pacers do. I have not bet it. I see it +9 on Bet365, but this might be one I get to the window with because I can see a tanking team trying and giving up the second half. What you think, Stat?
I think that's a really good look. And not even more from what you just said, that I just think that enough is enough. Like, but the one thing that's more important is these teams always play each other close, no matter who's on the court, no matter who's not on the court. They don't like each other. They can't stand each other. So to be this big spread, like, I just think the books ain't catching on to individual matchups. Like, because I don't care who's out there for the Pacers. I just can't see them going out there and losing by 2 touchdowns. And the first half, to come out here, throw the first punch against a team you despise. So I like that look, but more important, I do have a play. I'm on a little kitty cat, 12-plus rebounds, Karl-Anthony Towns of the Knicks. Anybody don't know? I'm on 12-plus rebounds, minus 120. I knew Brunson wasn't going to play. Well, I can't say I knew because anything can happen, but I was pretty sure that he wasn't going to play. Anytime he don't play, I always look at Karl Towns to go crazy. I never take his points. I never asked that boy to score. And I just asked him to get rebounds. And then Siakam was on the list, and he got ruled out. So just go out there and grab me 12-plus rebounds, and then I can go ahead and turn the game off. But I might watch centers anyway, so it don't matter. But 12-plus rebounds, that's official. I bet that this morning.
And I like it, man. And if Zubac for some reason is ruled out, even better, because he don't even got to deal with.
Yeah, if he get ruled out, I'm on laddering. I'll bet it again.
Yeah, I like that look. Let's hit this next one, bro. Suns Wolves. So Wolves laying 3.5. 221 is the total, and is out, but I learned some lessons, man, about these games, man, where the star player is out, and I ain't touch it. What you got, bro?
This is one of my I ain't gonna call it a system, but this is one of my I like, and I waited all day just to see what the line was gonna do. I got 2 plays in there; they're both official, and I bet them both. I'm on the Timberwolves minus 3.5. I like it. I might like Ant not being there. It would only bother me if they wasn't coming off a loss. You just got smacked around by OKC. Phoenix is on the second leg with back-to-back, where they had a max effort, put up a bunch of points. Book had 40 or 40-something, maybe 41 or 40. They had a big night. I don't expect them to do that again. I think the Timberwolves, especially off that loss, I think they're going to come out here and perform without Ant. And my second one is without Ant, I'm going to Randall. Randall been hot lately. I don't know if people are paying attention to what Randall's been doing. He coming off a 32-point game against OKC. He put up 32 on OKC. You could put up I got 25-plus points. 25-plus points at plus 120. So if you don't want to go that high, you could get normal Vega over 23.5. But I got 25-plus at plus 120. And I feel like if the Timberwolves going to win, it's going to be because of him.
All right, so I'm looking up post All-Star. I want to look at the Timberwolves first half. How have they been first half? ATS, they have not been great, especially as home favorites.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to get cute and break it up. I just like the full game. It falls under the star theory out.
And I agree with you.
Especially if they wasn't coming off a loss, I wouldn't have bet it today. But coming off a loss, catching Phoenix with travel, and I mean, Phoenix might be upset because they lost, but they lost to Boston Celtics. So, but they put up a lot of energy. That game was going back and forth. They was down decent, then they came back, and they was down decent, then they came back. And then it was looking like they was going to win. And then they almost blew my cover because I was on the Suns plus 9 yesterday. So I expected the book had 40. So if Timberwolves wouldn't have came off that loss on Sunday with a day's rest now in between, with the Suns having to travel, I think it's a good spot for the Wolves.
Okay, I like it. I like the under too, especially for Phoenix.
Suns don't score. I mean, they did yesterday that's why I'm done with these unders. I convinced myself to bet the under. I'm done with that. Well, later on.
So Timberwolves, they're since the All-Star break, they are 9-3 to their team total under and 5-0 to the under as home favorites. And no Ant either.
That's a lot of points gone with no Ant.
So under 112.5. I'm gonna throw that in the universe. I'm not saying that Phoenix is going. I mean, Phoenix, they play defense, right? I think their defense travels. I don't think their offense will. So, and if we talking, for the Wolves, 5-0.
Tom, give me 1 second, Tom. I gotta let this boy. You hear me?
You good?
All
Yeah.
right.
So, I mean, if we talking team totals, I mean, if we look at Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, like, and you asking 112 out of this group, I feel like this is going to be a defensive effort, especially, if you trying to if you're trying to win the game outright. I don't think you're going to win it with your offense. Phoenix does know how to play a little bit of defense. Like they are coming off of the game in Boston, exerted a lot of energy, like Stack said. But I don't know, man. I really think that the Timberwolves could win this game and go under their team total of 112.5. But that's a dicey game, so we'll hit the next one. Cavs and Bucks. Bucks getting 11 at home. Total sitting at 226.5. Injuries for the Cavs and the Bucks. Porter, Allen, Sarr, Proctor out for Cleveland. Barrow questionable. Jalen Tyson probable. For the Bucks. Giannis, I think he's going to be out. Turner and Jane questionable for Milwaukee. The Bucks, third game in 4 nights, 4th and 6th. Cavaliers, they're coming off a loss as a favorite. They've also, the last time these two teams played back on February 25th, the Bucks beat Cleveland 118-116, and that was at home in Milwaukee. Season series, Cleveland leads it 2-1. So I just think that I don't have an official play on this game. But if we look at
Who's that?
If we look at some all-star numbers for these two teams, one that kind of stuck out to me was the Bucks. And I mean, they haven't been able to play a ton of defense at all. I played this game 228 over 228.5. I know it's, went down to 226.5. Obviously, still got to like it at that number. But I mean, the Bucks defense, man, this team, and we've talked about it quite a few times these last few shows about just how just mediocre, like beyond mediocre, the Bucks are. I mean, they're not in a position to where they can tank. They're not in a position to where they could get into the play-in unless a team just don't win another game above them. They just playing out the season, and it's just really uncomfortable up there. So I took the over, man. I mean, Bucks not playing no defense, and I feel like if the game gets quick or gets, paced up, I think the Cavaliers might, be inclined to go in with that. So I took the over 228.5. Stacks, man, you got anything on this one, bro? Oh, he had to step back out. So yeah, I like the over to 228.5. I just think that like I said, the pace with the Bucks possibly going up. Also, I was looking at some Donovan Mitchell. Some Donovan Mitchell props. I don't know if he's in tonight or not. I'll Stack said he'll be right back. So I don't know, man. Let's look up some props real quick. Let's look up some props. I'm not a prop guy, but I'm gonna look up some props. Let's look up some props. All right. Here's one I'm looking at, and this is not even in the same game that we're talking about here, but DeSumo for Minnesota. If we look at his 19 and a half points and assists, I know Ann is going to be out. I know there might be a little bit more opportunity for DeSumo, but I feel like this might be a prop going back to the Wolves and back to the Wolves game. I feel like this might be a prop where enough of the collective can still chip in to where he's going under 19 and a half points and assists. And if you look at his last, his last few games, I mean, he's been 18, 19, 14, 5, 14, 18, 30. So he's been well under this number. And I do think that his role is going to increase, but I don't think it's necessarily going to mean that he's going to be taking as many shots possibly or being a distributor like that. So I could really see like his under 19 and a half points and assists maybe being a good play for that Timberwolves game. So we'll move to the next one. Sixers, Nuggets. Nuggets laying 15 and a half at home. Total sitting at 236 and a half. The Sixers injury report for them: Walker, Embiid, Broom, Oubre, George, Maxey out, Terry questionable for Denver, Jones, Holmes, Simpson, Watson, everybody that's been out for Denver are two-way players. Those are guys that have been out. This is another game that I looked at. I was really looking at the under for this game, the under 236 and a half. We talked about the Nuggets defense all year. The Nuggets defense is not good. Once we get to the playoffs, it's going to be very interesting to see how their defense just reacts to playoff style basketball. Like, they haven't been able to stop anybody all year. But looking at the Sixers and how depleted they are, with just about 80% of their starting lineup either being hampered by injury or being out, I just think that the Sixers won't have enough to even meet the Nuggets in the middle to make this an over game. Like, I could see the Nuggets getting to 125, 130, but not even 125, but like maybe 120, and not even needing more than that to beat this Sixers team. So I just think that this could be an under game, just kind of based on what the 76ers are missing, as opposed to the Nuggets may not care as much about this game. Let me look at real quick. Let me look at their upcoming schedule. So this is the Nuggets had a quick 2-game trip to San Antonio and LA. So this is their first game back home off of two on the road for the Sixers. First of an extended West trip. They had a couple home games against Brooklyn and Portland, and now they're on the road. So I could just see this kind of being a sleepy spot for both teams. First game for each team away and home on each side. So that's another one that I could see going under. Last one we'll talk about is Spurs and Kings. Kings getting 13 and a half at home. Total sitting at 235 and a half. You look at Sacramento. We'll talk about them post break. We all know that San Antonio's been on a heater since the All-Star break. Kings, obviously a team that's not interested in winning basketball games. But the Kings honestly have been covering since the All-Star break. 8-5 first half against the spread, 8-5 overall against the spread. So the thing about the Kings, it's not like they're not trying. They just are a bad basketball team. And I think they're like the one team that I don't think they're really tanking on purpose. They're just not good. So they've been covering. Like I said, 8-5. First half since the All-Star break, 8-5, full game. But the Spurs have been covering too. So I don't know. I think a sleepy spot for the Spurs. I think they know that they can, beat this team easy, and maybe you don't need to, exert a ton of effort to beat a team like Sacramento. That, like we said, that has no intentions on winning. Spurs, first game of not first game, but second game of a little mini trip. They beat the Clippers. And then they're back home for the Suns on Sunday, or not Sunday, back home for the Suns on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, 19th. I'm getting my days mixed up. Sorry, y'all. I'm a teacher. I'm on spring break. The days are like mixing up, so I'm just kind of getting my bearings right, but my fault. So, yeah, they got the Spurs. The Spurs got the Kings tonight, and then they got the Suns on Thursday back home. Same thing, or for the Kings, Spurs at home, and then they got the Sixers coming in. So I don't know, man. I think this is kind of a sleepy spot. I could see the Kings covering, but Spurs just maybe covering that first half and may not caring as much. So, all right, y'all. I think we got through these games pretty good. Got some looks out here. Top play. And if I don't know where Stacks is, he probably making that. Is he making chicken? I don't know what the hell Stacks doing. But anyway, top play for me. I bet it already, and I like the Pistons first half minus 11. I think I know it's a high number. Like I said, I bet this when I'm in a similar spot against Brooklyn minus 8.5, and it wasn't even a doubt at all. So I like this same spot. The Pistons coming off a loss, and also this Wizards team beating them at home too. So love the Pistons here first half minus 11. No Stacks, so we'll get up out of here. But appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll be back Thursday. Thursday's a nice slate, and so we'll be back Thursday to share our thoughts. And until then, you guys, best of luck to all your bets. Stay safe. Hug your loved ones, and we out. Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.